I was fixing my ends when my girlfriend's dad asked what I do for a living before I could answer. He laughed and said, "Let me guess, mine you are one of those Ixerts kids pretending to be rich." I just smiled and said, "Something like that. I make content online." The disappointment on his face was immediate. He turned to his daughter and whispered loud enough for everyone to hear, "Honey, I thought you said he had a real job." My girlfriend squeezed my hand under the table. She knew the game I was playing. Throughout dinner. Her dad kept dropping hints about real work and actual careers. He even offered to put in a good word at his insurance company for an entry-level position. Starting salary is about $45K, he said, looking at me like he was throwing a lifeline to a drowning man. That's probably more than you make with your little internet videos, right? I nodded politely. That would be life-changing, sir. When my phone buzzed with an email from my business manager about another property closing, I casually excused myself. Her father rolled his eyes. Can't even put the phone down for dinner. Later that night, my girlfriend asked why I didn't just tell him about my company or the 8-figure exit I'd made last year. I told her some people only understand what they see, not what you tell them. 3 weeks later, her parents came to visit us. I arranged for my driver to pick them up in the Bentley while I took a conference call. My girlfriend later told me her dad was silent the entire ride, staring at the leather interior like he'd seen a ghost. When they arrived at our house, minus the one I'd bought specifically because it had the best view in the city. Minus her mom, gasped her dad, just stood there, mouth slightly open. "Welcome to our home," I said, walking out to greet them in sweatpants and a t-shirt. Her father cleared his throat. "So those internet videos must be doing well." "They do okay," I replied. "Would you like a tour? The wine cellar is my favorite part." During dinner in our dining room overlooking the city lights, he asked about my actual business. I explained the 3 tech companies I'd built and sold while keeping my latest venture private. "Why didn't you say anything that night at dinner?" he finally asked. I smiled. "In my experience, sir, the people who need to announce their success usually don't have much of it." The next morning, I overheard him on the phone telling his golf buddy he was staying at his daughter's boyfriend's mansion, and that I was practically a genius. I never corrected his $45K assumption. Some lessons are better learned in silence.